Hello everybody, and welcome back for another World of Tanks video. I hope everybody enjoyed the holidays. I sure as hell did. If I see one more piece of food, I think I'm going to explode. I'll probably can last for about a week on the amount of food I've eaten. But I'm back now and not exploding quite yet, so let's get into a World of Tanks video. Today I've got a Crusader video for you. One thing to keep in mind is that I'm currently on Light Tank Mission 13. Now in Light Tank Mission 13 you need to do, if memory serves, 1500 spotting damage or 1000 spotting damage and 500 damage yourself, something along these lines. Not that difficult, but I don't have a lot of light tanks and this is one of the few. And it doesn't really get very high tier matchmaking, so yeah, it's... for some reason I haven't quite gotten it yet, but today I'm going to show you the video where I actually got this Light Tank Mission 15 done. Now first let's get this menu the way I like it. That's better. Apparently XVM seems to think my my win rating is worthy of the blue mark, which is very interesting. I certainly don't think I'm worthy of it, but not that good of a player. Honestly, let's stop jabbering and let's see how I do here. Initially I take up a quite nice position here in front. I've got very nice view range and I know I can spot a lot of enemy tanks here. So I'm going to get in this position to counter the similar position on the other flank. I know I've got good camera rating as well, so I can take a few pot shots. Now this A43 has some very nice armor for a fast medium tank, so that was never going to penetrate, but at the time of me playing this this game I didn't know that. I looked this up later, the A43 that is, because I was wondering why that shot bounced, but yeah, it explains a lot. I'm aiming for the drive wheel here. Unfortunately it misses. I was really hoping to blow his tracks off here, but in the end it didn't really matter anyway. There we go. Didn't quite get the kill, but to be honest I don't really care. Now with this A43 dead, I feel it's time to move forward a little bit. This A4 of this M4 is quite comfortable in this position there and is going to stay there probably. So and he's dead anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And now I can spot all these nice tanks heading up for the hill, and I couldn't have timed it any better. Now I would like to claim that this was all skill and well timed, but to be honest it was a bit lucky. I just flew by the seat of my pants and by sheer chance I made my way up to the hill exactly at the right moment. Or at the spotting position exactly at the right moment. I'm hoping to blow his tracks off here. Unfortunately it doesn't quite happen for me. The KV1 from the side is a difficult matter to accomplish, so these shots are not very likely to hit and penetrate, but I figured I'd take a few shots anyway. Now I was not expecting this M7 to just slide down the hill the way he did there, so I wasn't quite prepared to take that shot. I thought he was on top of the hill, so... Now these shots are quite unlucky that they keep flying into this building here. But oh well, this gun isn't the most accurate in the game, and when it shoots its aim circle gets rather large indeed. But luckily I do get a lot of spotting damage for spotting all those enemy tanks. Now on the minimap you can see an M7 on my flank. I completely missed this in game. I have no idea how he managed to get that far without me spotting him. I've got a very nice spotting range, which is also why I didn't spot him to start off with. Now you can see the M7 on the minimap making a beeline towards me. I'll make the minimap a bit bigger if I can. There we go. Can we see him? Can we see him? There he is. But he took me completely by surprise and he was able to do a lot more damage than he should have, and I completely donked this. On 1 health he still managed to do over 140 damage, and now I make another mistake. And I drive forwards while I'm still spotted, so when I poke my nose up on this hill, there's a Firefly there that immediately takes a shot at me. Now this was sloppy play by me. I should have waited just a little bit for me to be unspotted, and then I could have taken out this enemy Firefly. It could also be that this A20 spotted me whilst I was making my way up to this hill here. I don't have a lot to shoot at, but eventually I'll hit. If I hit this M20 he's going to die immediately, so I just keep aiming and keep shooting until I eventually do hit him and take him out. Now I need to wait for a little bit for me to be unspotted, and I guesstimate that this is right about now. So now I make my way forwards. Very carefully, of course, don't have a lot of health left. 5 HP is not a lot. Enemy spotted on the other flank. And I just wait here. I don't have enough health to do anything crazy quite yet. And now I've got reinforcements. So now in theory I could move up, and that's exactly what I do. There's an M4 there. I'm going to make my way up in these bushes and see if I can get a side shot on it. Indeed I do. I decide to snap the shot and hope that it hits. I was quite sure I was spotted there. Unfortunately I don't have sixth sense quite yet, so I'm not sure. But that was my guess at the time. Now I'm still playing carefully here. I have friends with me, of course, so there's no need for me to suicide. I have a very high DPM gun and I should try and use it if I can. And now because I waited a little bit, this Firefly has turned the turret towards my full HP allies. And I can just unload on this turret and its hull. Unfortunately that flew low into his tracks, so that got absorbed. Churchill 3 there, I see if I can feather a shot over the hill. Unfortunately he appears to be in a little bit of a depression, so I can't quite hit him. And it would appear that the enemy or the allied M4 is able to take him out. Now in the time it took us to get rid of these few tanks, 2 tanks, a KV-2 and a Sherman, have been able to destroy what is left of our team in our base. So I'm making my way back to the base as fast as I possibly can to try and help out with the defense. Now this M4A3E2, I'd have to look up the armor model of this one as well, but I think its turret is actually really good, because at least yeah, that's what it appears like to me. A bit of a tongue twister here. Maybe the Christmas food has affected my brain somehow. I don't know. Anyway, it has a very nice turret I found, so it's I'm going to find out here actually. I must say these kind of tanks with these yeah, just not really a name, but M4A3E2. I have difficulty keeping them apart, as well as remembering what the armor characteristics are. So I quite frequently find myself wondering, first of all, what the armor profile was like, but also what I need to do in order to penetrate the tank. I mean, most of these tanks have a reasonable idea what the armor profile is like, but I can't quite remember which of it was, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I'm rambling here, and let's focus on the game. I'm noticing I can't really reliably penetrate anything downrange, so I'm going to make my way up and going to provide some flanking fire to give the KV-2 and the M4A3E2 something other to shoot at than this poor Cheeto hiding behind the rock there. Also, I can get off a very sneaky reset here. I can get off two shots before I need to retreat. Luckily that little building absorbed the shot there. Going to have to still play very carefully, because I don't have a lot of health. They only need to hit me once, even splash me with HE would be enough. Now I've got a few shots into this KV-2, 300 damage, which is of course very nice. The M4A3E2 is still focusing on my ally again, so I can once again poke around the corner and take shots at him. KV-2 is still focused on on me rather than my ally. And I'm waiting here for him to turn his turret so I can take some more shots at him. Aiming at the side of the turret, decide to take a risk anyway, and that's the end of the game. In the post-game stats, and you can see this was my ace tanker replay. Or this was an ace tanker replay. Unfortunately here it does not show that this was my light tank mission as well, but it was, you'll just have to take my word for it. Light tank mission 13 of the first set. Now when we look at the damage panel, you see something that I really like about these high rate of fire guns. You absolutely wreck a lot of modules. Here this A43 got 3 damaged modules, 1 damaged module here, 2 here, 2 here. A lot of these will be tracks, but some of them will also be ammo racks, commanders, gunners, drivers, you name it. Now when we take a look at our damage done, we came second, which is very nice, but we also came first on experience earned. And why is that? Well, that's very simple. We also got 1700 spotting damage. So 1700 spotting damage plus the damage we did ourselves, the 1400 damage, makes this a very nice round for the Crusader indeed. Now, if you liked today's replay, please leave a like. But also stay tuned, because later today I'll upload another video of me and my Crusader, and let's just say I do really well in it. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you for the next one.